Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I am Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively we are the Office Blokes, also known as the craziest Office Blokes caught on camera. I'm not going to do it again.
Every time.
I'm not going to do it again. Yeah, and if you enjoy this video, which I hope a lot of people out there do, make sure you subscribe. We are on the final push now. It's going to take us about another 6 years to get to about 1 million subs. But you know,
we'll do it though.
Got to start somewhere.
Yeah, we're almost there, almost. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed. This is the craziest police chases caught on camera.
OJ on it, you think?
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Bit crazy that one, wasn't it?
No, just a bit.
Yeah. I watch a lot of police. I watch a lot of police shows.
Yeah,
There's a lot on these days, isn't there?
I always wanted to be a police officer.
Oh, did you?
corrupt or
Proper.
Yeah, Pens and nine bob.
As soon as someone did anything wrong, knee in the head, trunching over the thing, then turn my camera on and go, get up.
You're falling
He's been assaulted. He's been assaulted.
Who hit you? I'm here to help.
Yeah, why are you wearing two cameras?
I think 70s and 80s it might have suited you.
Yeah. Anyway, let's do it. The craziest police chases caught on camera.
The best part of any action movie is the car chase. There's just nothing like the thrill of a high-speed pursuit. Watching shiny cars weave in and out of traffic, narrowly avoiding some serious accidents. It's the most exciting thing on earth, except for car chases that happen in real life. Ready to get your heart racing? Let's get it on! Car chases are as much a part of LA culture as Hollywood is, but these guys combined those things in a way nobody had before. Instead of putting a car chase into the movies, they put the movies into the car chase. They stole a convertible, put the top down like any self-respecting Hollywood producer, and set off on a tour of LA's landmarks while showing off in the process. Can you think of anything more iconically Los Angeles than doing donuts in a stolen Mustang on Hollywood Boulevard? I can't. These guys had a showman in them and wanted to let it out. Eventually, they just decided to stop, but they took a moment, as all great performers do, to take selfies with the fans and pose on their sports cars before calmly handing themselves over to the police.
Fortunately for police, the two surrendered without resisting and with no reported injuries.
On the list of weirder
Why?
How bizarre.
Joyriders.
I know, but
I hear that helicopter out all the time near me, chasing people up and down Princess Road.
Yeah.
Is it down
Yeah,
there a
all
lot?
the
Is
time,
it?
yeah.
but you're not going to get shot over here.
Don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's going. Mate, next stop, Moss Side.
Oh yeah, true.
It's not far away, is it?
Yeah.
crimes that police have had to deal with, this one must be pretty high. Police were called out to investigate a domestic disturbance, which is probably quite run-of-the-mill usually, but this time, for some strange reason, a guy dressed in nothing but his underwear decided to steal an ambulance. We'll probably never know why, but he seemed really serious about it. It led to a chase through the streets of Philadelphia that lasted more than an hour. Even the ambulance thief looked like he wanted to give up at one point when he pulled into a parking lot and opened the door, but he decided against it and took off again. He looks like he thinks he's playing bumper cars with police cars, and eventually
It's like my mate, Fat Man, done it? Driving that.
Wow.
Yeah, only Philadelphia, right?
Yeah. Crazy.
drives down the street with sparks flying out around him because he's got no tires left, and he still looks like he doesn't want to stop. Finally, police manage to physically drag him out and onto the road, still in just his underwear. It's not a good look.
Strip finishes the job. The ambulance comes to a stop on Tolbert Street.
Speaking of brazen criminals,
It's got to be drugs.
Yeah.
It's got to be drugs.
It was domestic. It was a domestic incident, wasn't it?
Yeah, which are usually fueled by alcohol or drugs or something.
Or a partner that's
No right-thinking person would just drive out in an ambulance like that in her underwear, would they?
No.
Go crazy,
mate,
smash into police
hang on a
cars.
minute. It's Philadelphia.
Ah, yeah. Oh, normal person in Philadelphia would, yeah.
When the cops were arresting him just out of camera shot, they should have pantsed him.
Wedged him.
you'll never believe this guy. He carjacked a truck with a woman and they sped off into the distance at a crazy 110 miles per hour. That's when the police chase took part. And it was a serious chase, with the truck hitting the police car several times in an attempt to escape. But it didn't quite go the way the thieves planned. Instead, they went off the road and crashed into the desert in a dramatic cloud of smoke. The man took off on foot, but bizarrely looks like he's turned around and is running toward the cops. It looks so odd you'd think he must have made a mistake, or that maybe he can't see them, but then you realize what he's doing.
Oh,
He's
no. He's gonna get a police car.
right out
Damn,
from under
hey.
their noses. Then he took off again, and the chase went on for another 20 minutes before the police finally managed to corner him and get their car back.
And on foot, gonna run. He's gonna give up. You see right there, it's a Ventura County Sheriff.
There are two kinds of
How many felonies has he just committed? Because it's like, isn't it?
Could be in big trouble.
Isn't it 3 strikes and you're done with felonies?
I think it's only certain states.
Is it?
Yeah, I think
Right,
so.
okay.
Because that's probably felony kidnapping because someone was in the car.
Ramming a police vehicle.
Yeah, the assault with a deadly
Speeding.
weapon.
Resisted arrest, maybe. Is that included?
Yeah,
I
like
don't know.
you get a judge that doesn't like him,
Yeah,
then you're done,
I'd be
aren't
in
you?
Big trouble there.
Over here. I'm not lying. That'll be an £80 fine and a 1-year ban from driving.
Yeah.
Or 3 points on your license.
No, they won't have a license. They won't have a license. It's just been extended.
Oh, yeah, they
1-year
won't have
ban.
a license anyway. will
Although
they?
they carry on driving even when they
Yeah,
get the ban.
not insured. They'd have no license.
That's exactly what that'd be.
Maybe a suspended prison sentence.
Possibly,
You know, like a 12 months suspended for 2 years.
I doubt
or
it though, because
something.
no one was hurt, so I doubt it.
Yeah.
criminals, the ones who sneak around under the cover of darkness hoping to never be seen, and the brazen ones who are just out to taunt the police even if they did nothing wrong. This guy was stopped for reckless driving, and you'll soon realize why. He sped away from the cops, reaching speeds of 100 miles per hour, and then decided to kick it up a notch and started doing stunts on his bike, like standing on the seat while it was moving. The cops probably would have loved it if he had fallen off, but he didn't. He just made a couple of rude gestures at them and kept going. Eventually, he pulled into a gas station and surrendered to police, who charged him with driving on the wrong side of the road. I guess there's no law against doing stunts on a public road.
I just want to say that I love my family and my 2 baby girls, and I'm sorry I disappointed them in the middle of all.
If we've learned anything from the longboard, it's that you should definitely only choose escape methods that are actually faster than running. That should be obvious, but apparently not. This car thief had a slightly better idea for a great escape, even if it was lucky. After this dangerous high-speed chase through Charlotte, North Carolina, and narrowly missing several other cars, he was brought to a sudden stop when a train crossed his path. Instead of panicking though, he saw an opportunity. After all, the very thing that had gotten in his way was just another form of high-speed transport. So instead of sitting in his stolen car and waiting for the police who were now gaining on him, he got out and jumped onto the train instead, and it actually worked. He did escape the police. Well, for a moment anyway. They did catch up with him eventually, but still, hey, it was a good idea.
All we had to do was follow the train, CJ.
He jumped on that train. Where could he possibly be going to?
Well, if that's a train, if he's, where did he say it was? Charlotte,
North Carolina.
So if that train's heading to Los Angeles, right, it's going right across country. That helicopter's not keeping up with him.
No.
And there's a lot of chances to get off and bounce.
It's a great idea if the train's suddenly going at 60 miles an hour or something, but it was crawling.
It was coming to a stop by.
He was going faster than it, wasn't he?
He was super my money.
People have gone to great lengths to invent ingenious ways to escape police. So what brilliant escape method do you think you're going to see this guy use in his attempt to escape when his stolen car runs into a dead end? After all, it was a daring high-speed car chase. He must have something amazing up his sleeve, or just a longboard. He doesn't even seem to be able to ride it very well, and he knows it. He only rides it a few feet before deciding it's actually just better to run into oncoming traffic. He definitely would have been faster just running. He doesn't know he's about to run into a hero in a red truck, though. Running can't save him from this unidentified Superman, though. Who is this masked vigilante? Lou Pizarro from Operation Repo. No, seriously, it actually is. I'm not joking. Bet you didn't see that coming. Well, nobody did.
33-year-old Jesus Zamora was charged with auto theft. Police recovered the skateboard, presumably for evidence, though an officer did play footsie with it.
I'll bet there are many GTA fans watching this video, so this one's for you. This van thief led police on a wild chase through the streets of South LA for a heart-stopping 40 minutes. He somehow managed to get out of every corner he found himself in and just kept going, occasionally driving around in circles, as is the GTA tradition. Red lights? He doesn't care. He just keeps going at the same speed. 6 crashes with civilian drivers? That's no problem for him, even though he seems to be missing the front of the van. What about crashing head-on into a police car? That would stop anyone, but not this guy. All it did was make him back up a bit before he kept going. Not even driving over several spike strips was enough to stop him. It just slowed him down slightly. Well, almost. He eventually stopped because he had no tires left, but the thing that finally did him in was a slippery sidewalk. That's embarrassing.
Him in, so
He slips and falls, and that's what did him in. The
They're just
LAPD,
helping him up now, aren't they?
Able to swarm this guy, basically, and bring this to an end.
How many cops did he take? Look at that.
When you think of police
Up
chase,
you get, son.
Get in the way.
I definitely saw an arm go like that. And then come back in.
Pixels.
It was a bad fall, to be fair. When he slipped, he landed on his head, his arm.
2 of them's enough, innit?
Hey, yeah.
I saw one guy get pulled over yesterday in the UK on one of the police shows, and he says, I don't know, is this your vehicle? He went, it's not a vehicle. Already a thought. I mean, what's he got to say?
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm claiming sovereignty.
Oh, no.
He was a freeman.
The sovereign citizen thing. People try that all the time, even in the States.
Cops just like, shut up.
Yeah.
Get out.
I
Cop
don't
broke his window and dragged him out.
Did they?
I don't recognise your laws. It's policing by consent. I'm a sovereign citizen. All this sort of nonsense.
Wasted all that time. Police dragged him out of the vehicle, arrested him, impounded his car because it had no tax.
Yeah.
£80 fine. That was it.
Did he get his car out?
Don't know. He
the
didn't
lot?
mention that. But it would have cost him 250 quid to get his car back as well. But he had an £80 fine.
If it's not taxed or insured, I don't think they get it back.
No.
I think
They have to.
So you can
They
get it
can
back.
tax and insure.
Can tax and insure it and go and get it.
Can you?
Yeah. I saw there was a crash at Gores Hill when I was driving back before from Salford, and there was a little police smart car that I've never seen before that's done up like a proper police car with a little sort of telescopic thing with cameras
Seen it.
all around it, and it's a police. I can't remember the phrase for it,
It's
but
like a surveillance thing,
it's
isn't
to
it?
catch people on the phones and
Yeah,
stuff
that's
while they're
right.
driving.
Yeah,
There's
that's it.
cameras like that all around
Seen
that
it.
can literally film while they're driving past.
Right, okay.
I'm not against
not
it, to
seen
be
one
fair.
before.
You shouldn't be on your phone.
You've got
while
nothing
you're
to hide.
driving.
Don't worry about it.
I've just never seen them before, and that was the only thing
Yeah.
at the scene of an accident. Just that little shitty
I think
smart
I
car.
seen it a few months ago, and I think my reaction was the same. I'm like, what the fuck's that?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, and then that's
weird looking thing, isn't it?
It was what, at the scene of an accident?
Yeah.
So they're trying to get people filming where the accident was. Do you think that's the thinking
I
behind
think
it?
they were
Probably the only one on the scene.
I think they were the first
Closest.
responder to the
Ah,
accident.
right, okay.
That's all. Just a cop in the area, had
Right.
cordoned off some of the road.
Just happened to be driving
You
that.
ain't chasing anyone in that. You can run past them. That guy running past the train before we running past the police car.
cases, they usually happen in a stolen sports car. They're fast and can be easily maneuvered. They're perfect. For some reason, this woman opted to steal a motorhome instead. You don't often see RVs in a car chase for good reason, as she found out when she couldn't turn sharply enough to avoid a tree and took nearly the whole side off the vehicle. At that point, I would give up. The thing isn't worth stealing anymore, but she's obviously not in her right mind. Nobody sane would put their dogs into a stolen RV, but that's what she did. It's not really surprising that the one dog jumped out. Anyone would want to escape an RV traveling at 60 miles per hour on city streets. She hit 7 cars along the way, but luckily nobody had any life-threatening injuries, not even the dogs. There's no word yet on why she decided to do that, but at least we now know the lucky number of crashes to stop a driver of a stolen RV is 7. As we've clearly demonstrated, car chases are wild, dangerous, nail-biting episodes. But all this adrenaline can tire you out, so I'm going to help you calm down with another car chase. Trust me. You might be surprised to hear that this footage hasn't been slowed down. This actually happened. This guy was caught with some stuff in his car the police really shouldn't have seen and sped off to escape, but then realized how scared he was and slowed right down to 10 miles per hour. The police decided it was in their best interest not to try some dangerous maneuver to get him to stop and tried to talk him down instead, which they could do because he kept calling them on his cell phone to tell him how scared he was. The chase lasted a mind-numbing 45 minutes, and they covered a grand total of 3 miles. If that won't help you drift off to sleep, nothing will.
Suspect's car causing it to slam into a concrete median. SWAT officers swarmed the suspect.
If you're a kid with no experience driving,
They've all got no shirt on, haven't they?
Yeah,
Tarzan's driving the car.
I think it's crystal meth, to be
Yeah.
But I think, like, I know the cops are doing the right thing by not putting lives in danger there. You know,
Could have got
just
out
take
and
it
rasped
slow.
him and opened the door and dragged him out.
You probably could have done that.
Think of the knock-on effects, though, of all the people that are just trying to get to work, home from work, pick up their kids or whatever, and that whole freeway is shut practically because it's crawling. It'll take hours to recover from it.
Yeah, but at the same time, I have the other end of the stick, the other end of the you don't know what's going through this guy's mind. It's
No, you
like,
don't.
They didn't mention there what he'd done wrong. He just might be going through a bad time and looking to top himself type thing.
Death by cop sort of thing.
Yeah, you don't want to got the car, do you?
No.
Where he's
Yeah,
low.
you just got to sort of let
gun or
him.
something.
You can be delayed for an hour if it gets him home safe and gets him whatever he needs. If he's something like that, so you know what I mean. So you got to look at it from that perspective as well. If he's an armed robber, then he's a pain in the arse.
I just know I'd be stuck in the traffic going, I've got 5 minutes to go and get the kids, screaming at them.
It's probably not a very good idea to steal a car. This 15-year-old is here to show you why. He took the stupidity up a notch by not just stealing a car, but a bus, and creating a full-blown police chase. Luckily, no children were on the church bus, but a bus being driven by someone who can't really drive would have rightly frightened other drivers. Anyone would be worried if they had to drive near a bus that's swerving all over the road like this one. It looks like he actually manages to hit every single barrier he gets close to.
My dad took a double-decker bus when he was 9.
Really?
Yeah. Literally did from the depot, nicked it, and he got to a low bridge and stopped and did like a 300-point turn to try and get away, and the cops were just sat there watching him. They let him do the whole turn, and then when he finally got free, then they dragged him out.
Yeah.
He got arrested.
I was going to say you might be expecting a knock on the door later, but if they've copped him already, then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's the statute of limitations, like 60 years ago.
Yeah. Slap on the wrist.
Then, just to kick it up a gear, he speeds across a road into oncoming traffic. Really, with the way he's driving, it looks like he's lucky the bus didn't just tip onto its side. He finally stopped when he drove head-on into a police vehicle. Yeah, that'll do it.
And we're able to put him in handcuffs and pull him out.
There he mate.
He was definitely living like a real life GTA type thing, wasn't he?
Looks like it, doesn't it? Yeah.
Bad
Crazy that. Yeah, not good. Which is, I know we've had a bit of a laugh here now, but that is the thing about these drivers. They don't care about anyone else, do they?
No.
The damage and destruction they could do is absolutely incredible. I mean, so lucky. I mean, by the sound of it, no one was killed in any of those. But
yeah,
they weren't. Yeah.
It's not good.
There's no excuse for it, really. I mean, that kid has potentially just ruined his whole life and put loads of people in danger for what? Like literally for what? That could be a criminal record for the rest of his life now.
Yeah.
Luckily, no one was hurt, but what have you achieved?
He is lucky as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because he could easily have killed someone.
That level of driving.
For the rest of his life, game over. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, something like that, a big bus like that as well, me weighing a few tons of it. It's absolutely
bad.
Crazy stuff.
Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.